Factor using the GCF. So you need to know the GCF is greatest common factor. If it cannot be factored, enter as is. So let's start with the numbers 10 and 30. 10 is 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. If you don't know your times tables, use a calculator, but this is a good section to know them, to work on them. So I'm going to take these numbers and see if they divide into 30. And I'm hoping you can see that they do. 1 times 30 is 30. 2 times 15 is 30. 5 times 6 is 30. 10 times 3 is 30. So on this one, our greatest common factor is 10. That's the biggest number that's on both of those. So that is what those both divide by. Then we're going to look at our variables and look for the smallest exponent. So we have m squared and m to the fifth. Smaller is squared. M squared. Now we're going to look at our n's. We have n and n to the third. That's 1. So that's our smaller one. N. So our greatest common factor for both of these is 10 m squared n. And then we have to write what's left over after we take that out. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. M squared divided by m squared is 1. N divided by n is 1. And then the sign is minus. 30 divided by 10 is 3. We have 5 m's and we're taking away 2. So we're left with 3. We have 3 n's and we're taking away 1. So we're left with 2. And then I like to check my answer. So if I were to distribute this, I would be left with 10 m squared n, because we're just multiplying it by 1, minus 10 times 3 is 30. We have 2 m's and we're adding 3, so that'd be 5. We have 1 n and we're adding 2, so that would be 3. And that puts us back to what we started with, which means check we did it right. So we're going to type this in, 10 m squared n, parentheses, 1 minus 3 m to the third n squared. And that matches what we wrote down right here. So I'm going to check and it's correct.